2020 was an eye opener. It is or was.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel.
Welcome to the channel.
This is Welcome
to the channel. Welcome to the channel.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, everything ready.
Alright, let's go.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel once again. This is
channel?
Ooh. How do they open wine? Guys, I'm about to embarrass myself in this.
2020 was a good year. So many things, we all planned didn't happen.
And that makes it a good year.
And the fact that you're alive and breathing. Okay, the fact that I'm alive and breathing. Aside the fact that I had some emotional, here and there. I don't want to talk about it, but then I'm good now. Aside that, it was a pretty amazing year. It was one of those times when I had time for myself. I think I've not been in tune with myself for a very long time. And in 2020, I had to look back and probably re-strategize and, think for better ways to do things in 2021. My best moment of 2021 would be crossover night. Of 2020 would be crossover night, right? When I'm crossing over from 2020 to 2021, yeah. First off, the year started with a good note. We started with so many hope and aspiration. And then COVID happened. And then lockdown happened. And then we all stayed in our houses. Some persons had new relationships during lockdown.
Big decisions. I also went all out. I'm here. That's a very huge decision too. Been longing a long time to do this, but yeah, we're here. And then also, I was part of the Nigerian youth that stood for our country, Nigeria. I'm so fulfilled with that step. I feel really happy that I could actually come out for that too. And then also mental health this year. I paid more attention to my mental health. Tried as much as I can to be happy, do things that I like doing. I went out more this year. And I don't have COVID. Yes. So 2020 is really good for me. A little of just bad moments, but the good ones actually covered up.
Well, for me, I feel like 2020 was a very tough year. Like you said, a lot of people started off with hopes, aspirations, but it was cut short by COVID-19 especially.
COVID is a bad boy.
And just... Boo Boo is a bad boy. And just when we thought, we're coming out of it, and then next thing, NSAS, passports, you understand? And then the curfew.
Who was at the protest? If you're not, go outside.
I was in school.
Okay, so someone actually said 2020 was just January, February, lockdown, Corona, NSAS,
December.
That's actually December weddings.
Weddings.
Then we had some shocking
Why were people
deaths.
getting married like marriage was going on fashion?
Really?
This is what happened.
Even the proposal. Oh my God.
That men has come, yeah? And then
proposal.
What we saw in December was as a result of all the relationships that people started during the lockdown.
Something has entered.
So a lot of people got married. There are two ways to get married. Let me explain. It's either, baby, will you marry me? Or Emeka, I'm pregnant.
choose another name. Femi.
Mayo, I'm pregnant.
So anyways, I think for most of them it was, I'm pregnant, and they're like, let's cook my sharp.
I feel like
let's
no, we can't do a general assumption.
Exactly.
There's some people who generally got married because they were in love, they're not pregnant.
Well,
Why did you in love?
Because I'm still a student. Thank you.
Let's see how this your student.
That's their business. That's my business, Zamfara. We have different
I think
priorities.
another reason why there were a lot of proposals and marriages is because, during the course of the lockdown, people finally saw the value in companionship.
Lonely.
It's that soundtrack, please. Akon. I think that's what it was. And it's like...
So when you are just in your house by yourself, doing nothing,
Cutting your bed.
before you know you're picking up your phone,
I was just married again.
started texting in, lockdown, hope you are staying safe,
Some of them
and before you know it,
some of them is just hunger.
Yes.
They're at home, they can't cook for themselves. We know people like this.
Yeah.
Why
do you have
people like
why
that?
really?
You know,
Why do you
I'm
say
not
you have
calling
the
them, but
men?
they're wearing black. They don't.
He's wearing black.
They are all wearing black.
Like what? Like
Exactly.
my
They don't cook.
like really?
And then during that time, they're just
I
like,
can say something.
they
Just
drank
past
garri.
5 minutes. Really. Say something.
Like
Really
I
what?
can cook. Do you know that?
What can you cook?
I food.
Why are you defending yourself?
We can cook
Okay. Why do you feel like it has to do with you?
because I'm wearing black.
I can't even relate.
My brother cannot boil water inside pots.
Great.
It's not
I don't know color again.
I wasn't referring to.
Somebody said I cannot boil water inside pot.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I mean, that's
Ordinary water.
Can you boil water inside?
Hey,
That's
you know,
hard
when you
to
put
do,
it
so
now
it's really
on-
hard.
which one will you do first? Are you going to put on the gas first, or you're going
It
to
depends on
put
the kind of
water
gas
first?
you're using.
Wow.
What type of gas?
No. See, it's whether you want to.
Are we really talking about boiling water?
You want to cook where you do me? If they ask you, how should you cook it? Should you boil it before you eat it or what? If you can take the noodles, put it inside your mouth.
That was a day.
Tumisha has not told us how 2020 was for her.
So 2020 is the year where I realized how much emotional stability or emotional intelligence I had. You know, when things happen that you don't plan and the things you do plan do not happen, you sort of have to dig into that space and, you know, gather strength. So some of my low moments first would have been things just not going exactly how I had planned them to go. I had left my 9 to 5. I thought, you know, gonna do some moving and everything, and because of COVID and the lockdown and everything, that didn't happen, and so I had to like re-strategize and, you know, adapt to what the year was offering basically. Some of my highs have just been, you know, surviving the year, you know, it's just seeing the challenges and rising above them each time. That has been a complete high for me, and it is ending on a good note, because for me the successes of, you know, family, siblings, friends are also my successes, and then, you know, we've recorded some good things in that regard, and I'm just happy that, you know, we're rounding up the year. All of that is over, and we'll look towards 2020 and hope it comes better. Thank you.
Yeah.
Looking at adaptation, so many businesses had to change their strategy.
Somebody selling his market.
People started working from home, and companies started thinking about remote jobs.
Yeah.
In 20 years to come, like nobody ever thought remote job was something that was going to be in vogue. But today, Zoom had the best thing. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's free publicity for me.
But then,
But then we moved. There were a whole lot of changes. Like everybody wanted to, like, I want to live tomorrow, live to survive to tomorrow.
Yeah.
It was
That's
really,
true.
really crazy. People had to start making decisions, had to start making plans. Okay, if XYZ doesn't work, man, what's next?
What next?
But I think like the lockdown was a good thing for us in Nigeria
Yeah.
in some way, in the sense that, you know, the digital market is something that, you know, people now finally began to
Start
Yes,
to-
because people were
Nigerian
shying away
employers
from it.
finally saw that, you know, your staff do not have to be physically present in the office for the jobs to get done.
Yeah.
You don't have to work 5-7 times a week.
Yeah.
Like, it's not necessary. You can work from home and get the job done. I think that's something that was an eye opener for us in Nigeria,
Nigeria,
especially. And I'm hoping that at the end of all of this, even in 2021, when hopefully things calm down, things can continue like that to reduce the traffic
In
inside
Lagos,
the-
man.
Please.
Lagos precisely.
I really cannot place my finger on what my best part of 2020 was or my worst part, but I think, or I would say that the lockdown was a very, very tough period for a lot of people. Personally, for me, it was tough because I was living in fear. I had to work all through the lockdown because I'm a media person and, you know, essential services. So the fear of having to go to work every day all through the lockdown, the fear of, oh God, I might just, you know, catch this COVID-19 and I wouldn't even know where I'm getting it from because, you know, I'm up and about. It was a very, very scary period for me. It was also a bit of a depressing, scratch that, a bit of a depressing period because, I mean, I was all alone, no friends, no family for almost 4 months or thereabouts. So it was tough. However, too much information, but I'm gonna do it. So this year, when January started, I kept telling God that I wanted to be in a relationship at least before my birthday. And my birthday is in August. But guess what? I met, don't know if it's the one, but I met one on my birthday, and you know, we're still together and it has been fantastic. Hey baby, mwah, shout out to you. And I'm hoping that, you know, the relationship blossoms, gets better, and who knows, we'll get somewhere. But 2020 has been an eye-opener. It's been a strengthener in some form. I've been strengthened. Like, I feel like no matter what comes in 2021, I mean, who's seen 99 know they fear 100? So yeah, everything is gonna be cool. But I'm really hopeful. I have great dreams for 2021. Mostly dreams of 2020 that were not accomplished.
I need to say something to my uncle. You know, you guys were talking about how, you know, 2020 a lot of people made money. My uncle, Jeff Bezos, sir.
On the highest level.
He should have been our Santa, right?
Yeah. So the thing is, because of the lockdown, he couldn't send. He actually had gifts for us, you know, but.
I mean, this year Santa didn't work. This year he sent
because of your uncle.
He's there to help us.
Yeah.
No,
Your
he
uncle or
sent
whoever
his
he
nephew. Santa is old. He will catch corona.
Oh yeah.
That's
true. That's
so
very
he
true.
didn't work.
That's very true.
That's true.
I think another thing that a lot of people were aware of this lockdown was mental health. That's another thing. A lot of people were suicidal this lockdown.
Yeah, true.
Lots of people came in terms with their issues. So for me, things that happened to me when I was like 10, 11, 12, I started to see them as an issue now.
Yeah,
that okay, I behave a certain way due to my past, and I never used to think about it that way. Childhood trauma and things like that. Yes, PTSD kind of. So I think that's another thing that helped this lockdown, and those who were able to seek help. And I'm so happy for the internet and social media and whatnot. There were people who would just tweet, if you need to talk, DM me. If you need anything, DM me.
Well, wherever you're DMing, just know that a problem shared is a problem that becomes a topic.
This year has been, it's been fantastic and not so fantastic. People have lost their lives and people have gained so much more in terms of knowledge and whatnot. My lowest point this year was in November when I was sick. I was very, very sick, but we thank God for good health. And then my best moment, I actually had a lot of moments this year that were actually really good, but I think it was when I got my results for my second semester, 400 level. I was just so excited that I was going into final year. I didn't think that I was actually going to make it, to be honest. So that was really, really good for me. So cheers to 2020, I guess, and cheers to 2021.
Well, not everybody. Let's not. Why are we also negative? Because you get help.
I just said
You
also
get help.
Yes. I mean,
Just want to tell you that people have
careful.
different intentions.
Yeah, people have different intentions.
Because see, people they keep receipts.
2020 was an amazing year for me, and some kind of ups and downs. The good part of 2020 was me meeting amazing friends. Like, wow, I met amazing persons. It was a good year for me in terms of social networking. It was a good year for me in terms of meeting people who impacted in me and me also impacting in them. Like, I really appreciate the people I met this year. I think this has been the best year in terms of personal relationship with people, irrespective of everything that happened this year with COVID. COVID actually taught me more of networking actually, and in terms of good, I was able to do good businesses this year, irrespective of people who were complaining about the ups and downs of the year. Also, on the bad parts of this year, we lost Kobe Brown. That was painful. Bad part for me also, lost Black Panther. What's his name again? Like, so amazing people died this year, which actually made me feel bad. And also I lost some transactions this year also. That was really painful. I remember sometime in August I lost 2 transactions in a day. Like, I almost dropped down that day, but thank God I'm here. 2020, an amazing year. Peace everyone, enjoy your 2021.
That reminds me of
Speaking of things that were also highlighted this year, we talked about domestic violence, right?
Yeah.
That was one big thing. Yeah. I feel like the lockdown forcing people to be in the same space brought out a lot of things that otherwise partners
True
wouldn't
character.
have realized.
I think it also brought out a lot of incompatibility.
Yeah.
You know, just marry and the butterflies are there and everything. But when push comes to shove and you're in the same space for that long,
That's when you realize-
see
that's when you
all
realize-
the
Way to work,
Start getting
money,
irritated by everything.
I'm spending more time.
Can I just say that?
time.
Can I just say that no matter how much you genuinely love someone, you don't want them in your face 24 hours. Definitely.
No, of course.
For real.
I don't even need you calling me all the time. I like being called every hour, but I just
So
like
I think
just
the
don't
point is
believe.
that's when you try to
Don't
see that
choke
person as
me.
big.
Yeah.
I'm not the video. You
Give me my
choke.
space.
Go
Personal space like
do something. Go
Very
talk with your
important
friends
sometimes.
or something.
hang out with your friends.
And I
also for
feel
that.
like sometimes we ladies, we don't even appreciate that enough. Like you should actually give your men time away.
Give us space,
I don't know.
please. My
Men
God.
should give time away too.
Definitely.
No,
yes.
but I think it's a lady
To
thing.
do what?
What do you mean it's
What's
a
the
lady thing?
Being
Okay.
clingy is a lady thing. Is that what you said?
No.
Calm down.
Rewind.
No.
What?
No, let me try and explain it well, right? People, I feel like as women, we feel like, oh, our partners should. Why are you going away with the boys? Why are you hanging out with
By all
the
means,
girls?
go away with the boys.
I feel
that's-
like I definitely like that. Like, go be with your
Go,
friends.
yes,
Because the
please.
more you're away, the more you value your time with me. you know?
Exactly.
Like, you want to go with your friends? Like, go. Come
I
back
went-
tomorrow. Are you sure one day?
I said,
Like,
come back tomorrow.
yeah, come back
Wow.
tomorrow.
Do you have a sibling or something? Is this a family opinion?
Does this run through the bloodline? Wow, 2020. Man, what a year. Wow, I can't believe I actually made it this far. 2020 has been like 5 years, 10 years, because looking at it, if you look at what has happened at the beginning of the year, if you are asking yourself, oh, so this happened in 2022, man, it's been a long year. But everybody, there's this back and forth, ups and downs, the good parts, the bad parts. Well, for me personally, I have more good parts than the bad parts, to be honest. I won't lie to myself. And I can say I actually achieved a lot more than I've actually been achieving over the years. 2020 has been shitty, but then most of the things I've gained more has been in 2020. I've grown more, I've met a lot of people, lots of connections, amazing people here and there. Well, let me say the worst part was January for me when I had to quit my job. Fear of unknown. Like, okay, I'm just going to leave this job and I'm going to find something doing. And I'm not going to lie to you. What they say, the fear of unknown, it's always unknown until you do it. I did it and now I can tell you that that has been one of my best decisions so far in this year. So 2020 has been amazing for me, regardless the bad parts. But then we move. Hope for a better 2021. Peace.
The way I realized that it was in 2020, a lot of people learned how to study, learned how different courses.
Yeah.
Like people were bagging 10 courses, 20 courses,
Online courses, yeah.
They're actually free online courses from Harvard.
Who did that?
I feel
Yeah.
somehow
people were not somehow.
Yeah, it's
that
not
whole
free
courses
courses,
thing
yeah.
became some form of
Yeah,
peer
I knew
pressure.
of some.
Yeah, I feel like
It's not like somebody will just post, oh, I just finished this course. I just
And you
finished
ask
I need
yourself,
to be on your
what are you
own.
in my life?
And then some people took advantage of it. Everywhere masterclass.
I'm telling
This
you,
one,
right.
webinar, like
What are you
how to make
the
money.
funniest part was even people that just started their business 1 month
Everybody
ago.
said it.
they're doing masterclass.
Masterclass.
They're doing masterclass.
You're not even a master yet.
Can we also talk about IG Live?
Oh my God!
Did you see the sweat? See people were twerking on Instagram.
Do you have an oil?
Do you have your oil?
Do you have a oil?
You have your oil.
Something happened to me. One of those days, I had a very young female
Maya,
friend.
you did the live. Oh.
Yeah, but mine was more
Yeah.
productive. So I received notification that this person is going live. So I joined. Really, I joined like, okay, my wife is there, my wife is here. She just ended this. And my head, I'm like, okay, what was she planning to do?
I don't understand. Why did
Do
she
you
end
understand?
it?
Exactly. I feel like she wanted to do one of those
A
things.
twerking video.
One of what
Yeah,
things?
maybe.
Okay.
Say it now.
And she
I
didn't
don't
want
know.
you
Are
to
you
see her
I still want me to see
twerking.
her do that. Do you get? I mean,
What?
she saw me
But do you
join.
mind?
Exactly. When did you join? What did you
But do you mind? I just wanted to see what she was up to, basically.
But why is she
afraid of you?
exactly?
Why is she afraid of you?
Because
this story
I'm
is
supposed
not
to be
Like, I'm trying to
That's just
understand.
like a
figure.
Are you a toasty?
I hate toaster.
I mean, that's supposed to like entice me now. Do you get?
You can entice you and entice her.
I'm supposed to if she wants to twerk, she should have the mindset that my wife should actually want me to twerk.
If you were toasting
If I
her.
was toasting her.
Okay, so why
But
did
as
why
a father figure.
Oh,
But as a father figure, now she's like,
Wow.
her daddy must not catch me twerking live on IG.
Okay.
But daddy, can I ask you a
shit.
question? He's endowed though.
2020 was a wild year. Like no one would have predicted everything that happened this year. You know, like every year, you know, I've had my lowest and my highest moments. So I would say my lowest point this year was being denied visa to go and study abroad because the Nigerian dream is to live Nigeria. You know, I'm using the Nigerian flag from the abroad. You know, so yeah. So I was given admission for a master's program, but I was denied visa. So that really like hit me hard, you know. I'd already made plans, and I would say, you know, I had a very, very serious relationship like that failed this year. So, but that wasn't even like as painful as the visa issue for me. So, yeah, the highest moment for me, you know, I left my 9-to-5 job in January. So I learned so many things on my own. I developed personally. I made personal progress. You know, I did things I thought I couldn't do. I worked with many brands this year, like just on my own. So I made huge progress this year. Yeah, I guess these are the lowest and the highest moments for me.